Yesterday we talked about stocks. We talked about the pecan pie being a company and your stock being a piece of that company, your piece of pie. Today what we're going to talk about is mutual funds. What do we have here? We have a pie, we have a six-pack, and we have cereal. Yeah, these are the things I have in my house. Sorry guys. So think of these three things back here like we did yesterday as the company. So the box, the six-pack, and the pie are the company. Now, the bowl, the bottle, and the piece are all pieces of the company, or stocks. Now, let's say you don't necessarily want to buy a stock in the Cheerio company. You're not really sure, you don't know if they're going up or down, you don't really want to own a stock, or maybe you want to buy a piece of stock in the Heineken company, but it's just an expensive stock and you don't have the money at the moment to buy that. Well, what you can do is you can buy a mutual fund, and a mutual fund is a grouping of stocks in the second row, the piece, the bottle, the bowl. So a group of stocks that all have a common interest. Here the common interest is food and drink. So what you would do then is you would pool your money and you would give it to a mutual fund. So the food and drink mutual fund that owns these stocks here. And so ultimately you would buy a little piece. So maybe a Cheerio, a bottle cap, and a pecan. And they don't look like much, but when you have lots of people buying all of these little pieces together, then you can purchase lots of these pieces of stock, which ultimately that mutual fund then does. So when you buy these little pieces, or when you buy a mutual fund, you are ultimately buying a bunch of little pieces of stocks that have a common interest. In this case, the common interest is food and drink. I hope that made sense.